and greetings from another video from the kitchen. I just wanted to thank you all first for yesterday's comments on the liver, much appreciated. So what we're doing today, folks, well, let me show you some what I've already just done earlier. We're doing some currant cakes. They're known as cream cakes in the Bureau book, and we're going to be putting a nice chocolate icing on, but that will be done later once I've got all the batches done. So I've done one batch. There was 18, but I don't know, a few went missing. Now where would they go, I wonder. Anyway, so let's crack on and get these cooked before dinner, because we're having it, going to the chip shop today. Fish and chips from the UK chip shop. Right, so what we're going to do first, it's handy if you can print some instructions out, and these don't get any simpler than this, what I've got printed out for myself, just as a reminder. And would you like me to go through it? Here we are then. You've got to cream together 4 ounces of soft margarine or butter. We use marge. Only in cooking. We eat butter on sandwiches. I know, we're strange. 4 ounces sugar until it's all white and creamy. So that's what we're going to do first. So let's get on with that. Okay, so we've got some stalk here, some stalk, which I assume is margarine, but anyway, whatever it is, that's what we're using. And apparently it's 500 gram, which is half a kilo, which relates to just over a pound. So I've not been weighing it. You can see the last batch I just guessed it, and that's what I'm going to do again this time. So get the spoon, and we know that 4 ounces, it's, I think it's going to be, I think we're going to need that amount there. You do need to have two items to scrape it off. So the way I look at it now, there's about half left, so there's 250 gram left in there, which is approximately a quarter of a, yeah, which is approximately right, I think. You don't have to be too precise. Well, it worked for me on that first batch, so we're just going to see what happens. Yeah, you have to laugh, don't you? I wasn't laughing earlier, I tell you, I was in tears for a good hour or two. Anyway, enough of that. Right, we are going to measure the sugar. Now, when I was pouring it out this morning, the last batch, I did kind of make a bit of a boo-boo, and it came out at 5 ounces, and I left it at that. So, right, let's stick the scales on, and they're already on ounces. There we are, we've gone over again, 4 3/4 ounces, which that's okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to pour that in with the marge, and then we're going to give it a good stir. Switch that off, we don't need it in a minute. Well, it's not gone off. Right, let's put that in there for a minute, out of the way, so we don't mucky the surface up. So here we are, folks, we're going to beat it all in. It does help if you do this on a surface, to be honest, but just to make it more entertaining for you, we can do it this way. Let's put it on the surface and give it a quick okay, so that's the first bit done. The next part is to beat in 2 eggs. Now, I think there's somebody outside. I may have to be back in a minute, folks. Sorry about that, folks. Thought there was somebody outside, but there wasn't. Right, so we've got 2 eggs, what we need to do. Now, they're eggs from the allotment, from my hens, but I can't remember how old they are. So rather than put them in and actually find out that they're bad, I believe they're about a couple of weeks old. I'm going to do it on the mug. And then you can see, you can smell it if they're bad. Now you've got to beat these eggs up, so you're mixing all the white of the egg with the yellow part. Now you'll read in the books where it may say just using the white. You don't need to do that, you can just use a whole lot. As long as you beat it, it makes it a lot easier if you beat it now before you add the mix to the mix what you're going to be beating up. Right, so I'm going to pour that in. Now if we follow the next part, it says beat in 2 eggs, so we've got to beat those all in now, so that will be the first part. So I guess you lot in the USA are having a right laugh at this, doing this manually, but there's nothing wrong with that. It all burns off calories, and that's what we need, don't we? So there we are, folks. That's the mix. I hope you can see that alright. Next stage, stir in 4 ounces of self-raising flour and 2 ounces of currants. So we get the, that's the one thing I didn't I put away. So we're going to stick the scales back on. And we're going to measure 4 ounces. Just a bit more, but we're not going to fuss about that. We'll pour that in. We're going to now mix this together first before we add the 2 ounces of currants. So we've now got a kind of buttery consistency, like when I say buttery, it's a kind of soft butter, you know, not the... I think you know what I mean, don't you? I'm not very good with my words. I know what I mean. Right. 2 ounces of currants. These over here in the UK come in a pack, and so I hate it. It's all in grams and kilograms. You know, I still kind of work the old-fashioned way in everything except for temperature, which I must admit I do Celsius. Right, so 2 ounces. That's it, 2 ounces. I like to put things away. Now just add that to the bowl, and we once again whisk it all in. Now this can be washed, so that can go into the bowl. We're finished with the cup, so that can go in the bowl as well. And what we've got, this mixture is enough for 18 of these fairy cakes. Well, I think you call them fairy cakes, some countries, I don't know, might do over here, but anyway. So my tray will only hold 12, so I have to do 12 in the oven, and then I'll come back and do the other 6. It needs to be in the oven for 20 minutes. So what we're going to do is divide this mixture between the 18. I'm just hoping, let's just going to bring the camera down a bit, folks. I think it might. There we are. How about that? I need to bend a bit, but it's not wide enough angle. The kitchen is, what's the kitchen? 7 feet by, well, about 7 feet by 7 feet, so it's tiny. If there's any of you rich folk out there, you can always buy me a bigger house, and I can do some nice stuff then. In case you're wondering, folks, you want to put kind of half, fill these little cases about half. That'll give you a good starting point, because they're going to raise. It's done with self-raising flour. trying to get every last bit out that I can, just to make sure that we get some nice size cakes. So they're all ready to go in now. Sorry. So we're going to put those in, gas mark 5. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is in electrics. Minutes, folks. 25 to 12, that's got to be. Okay, catch you later. Okay folks, the cakes have now been in for 20 minutes. This is the first batch of the first lot of the second batch. So I think we can get them out now. I hope you can see them. Let me just see. Let me double these up so I don't burn myself. There you are. So we need this tray again for the next lot of cakes. So what I'm going to do, on the first batch what I've done, which are these here, I need the plate. These are now all gone cool, so these can be stacked on top of the last lot, just to give me a bit of space. And we'll put that just there for the minute. And what we're going to do, you can see, yeah, you can't see me. I'm just lifting them up by the case. The thing to remember here, folks, is that these cakes are going to be iced later this afternoon. I'll be filming that as well. Right, so now we can put these back into here. That. Just remember, folks, that tray is going to be hot, so you've got to remember to lift it, otherwise you're going to burn yourself. And now that's got to go on for 20 minutes again, so that's be about just after 5 too, and they'll be done. Go there. So that's it, folks. I'll be back again later. Okay, folks, I've got a full belly now. I've just had my dinner, and as you can see, we've got all the cakes spread out over here, ready to be iced. Now, unfortunately, we've got a problem here because I'm not sure how to make the icing. So, I've put 2 tablespoons of cocoa. Now, let me just show you what cocoa looks like, in case you don't know it. Bourneville cocoa. There we are. I know we need water, and I know we need icing sugar. And we did have 36 cakes, but 5 of them have vanished for some reason. I don't know where they've gone. No, I've no idea where they've gone. Anyway, Alison, Nigel's Alison's gave me some brief instructions, but to be honest with you, it doesn't really mean anything to me. Basically, it says a tablespoon of cocoa, but we've done twice the amount, so that's 2. So we've got that bit. Mix with boiling water to about a thick paste. Well, I'm not really sure what that means. Then add icing sugar till correct consistency. Well, I have no idea what that means either. Then add more water if not going to be enough to cover the cake. So folks, we're going to have a little play, aren't we? So what I've done is I've added the cocoa into this measuring jug. We're going to add some water to it, boiling water, which I've got here. I've no idea how much we need, so we'll just start with a little at the minute. Doesn't look like a thick paste to me. I think I've put too much in, but never mind. And then it says add icing sugar until it's the right consistency, folks. So, I think we're just going to have to pour some in and hope for the best, aren't we? I really do not know what it looks more like a drink than oh dear, I think we've done something wrong here. So do we start again? I think we're going to have to start again, folks. Yeah, we're going to have to start again. This ain't going to work. Never mind. Isn't this funny, folks? Oh well, let's try again. Get a clean spoon. Right, just a little bit this time. Still not enough from there. Okay, folks, well, the consistency looks about right, doesn't it? I think we've cracked it now. Okay folks, can you see that? Question is that enough to do all those cakes? I just don't know. I think we might need to add a bit more. Okay, well that looks alright folks. I think what we're going to do, can you see how thick that is? Can you see? Look at that. What we're going to do, we're going to put some of this on the cakes and we'll just cover what we can. So let's, I don't know whether, I'm going to zoom in now. Let's hope we can do this wide angle. Ah, there we are. Move that round. Zoom in. There we are folks. Okay, so can you... Ah! So you can see these, but you can't see those. Right, okay. There we are. Right. Right. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay then folks. Hello. So folks, we've not got enough to cover all the cakes. We've only had enough for 8, 10, 11, 12, probably about 20 cakes. 20 cakes folks. But better than nothing, isn't it? So folks, the final bit is the decoration. You add some of these sugar balls. You need to do it straight away because it's already set. Okay, that's it then for today, folks. I hope you've enjoyed it. Bye.